All right, so we're broadcasting, we're recording actually live here at the FIN conference, and I've got Anastasia Toomey, you're an expert EOS implementer and an integrator, and you work with Miles Mentor, is that right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what that is and who you are.
Yeah. Well, Miles Mentor is actually, we think of it as a luxury travel consultancy, but in reality, all we do is teach people how to travel for free. We discovered, right? Who doesn't like that, right? And we discovered that there's a huge percentage of what airlines make on points. So we've decided to help people take advantage of that and have their dream travel that they thought was out of reach, not only be in reach, but be in way better reach. Like, would you rather fly first class or would you rather fly coach? We'll do first class.
And what does that look like for people? Like, so how do you have a process for how you engage people in doing that? What's that look like?
Yeah, so there's two different ways you can engage with Miles Mentor. You can become an expert. So we'll teach you all our secrets. And that's a course. That's a learning course. So it takes a little time, little effort. And then the other way is, that's too much to learn. I just want to talk to the mentor himself. I got a trip. I just need a little guidance. So you've got two ways. You can take the shortcut or you can become the expert.
Awesome. Yeah. And so what's like the target audience for this? Like, who are people who benefit most from this and participating in this program?
It's for anybody, but the people we see coming to us most easily are folks who have been business travelers for their whole career. They've gotten used to a certain level of travel, but they can't do it in their free time. They have to save, they have to plan way far out. And we're just saying you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to give up the level of service that you've been used to for your business travel. You should be able to do that with your family anytime.
Awesome. And so some of our audience may not be familiar with what it means to be an EOS implementer or integrator. So what can you tell us a little bit about those things that so you've got this Miles Mentor, which I think is amazing. And we'll keep talking about that. But we also introduced this sort of integrator and implementer concept. So tell us a little bit about what that is. What does that mean?
Yeah. So an EOS implementer is someone who helps you put an operating system, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, into your business. It's an organizing platform, process, set of tools to give you three things we think of as vision, traction, and health. So vision, your leadership team and the whole organization is on the same page about where we're going. Traction, we've got discipline and accountability in the business. And health is organizational health. We're running a great culture, and we've got vulnerability-based trust on our decision-making, problem-solving teams.
That's a big deal. Having vulnerability and trust in a team is a big deal. So as an implementer, then you help companies to navigate that alignment and build that trust with the health and help them build their vision and help them get traction in their business.
Yeah, I work with leadership teams, and generally for me, I get excited about high growth companies.
Yeah.
So if you are something today, but you want to be something different down the line, that excites me. So we've found that EOS is the fastest path to scaling for organizations because it gets you in a place where you can feel the momentum behind the system.
Yeah, so getting leadership teams aligned and moving in the same direction is a big deal.
Yep.
I first got introduced to EOS with one of my clients, actually, who said they had to get their processes documented and followed by all. This was the thing. And they said they had this rock, they had to get it done this quarter. And so we started engaging with them and learning more about this. So as an integrator, you also mentioned that you're an integrator as well. So are you the integrator for Miles Mentor? So what does that look like? So as an integrator, and so we're here at the Female Integrator Mastermind Group in Omaha, Nebraska. So as a integrator for Miles Mentor, what does that look like? What does it mean to be an integrator?
Yeah. So in EOS, in this operating system that I teach, at the top of organizations, there's a partnership that we think of between a visionary and an integrator. Visionaries are big thinkers. They're big personalities. They're the heart of the culture and passion of the company. They're the reason why the company probably got dreamed up. Integrators are the operators. They're the people who make sure all the trains are running on time, seamlessly integrating all the different areas of the business.
Awesome.
So, you're the day-to-day person that makes sure everything's happening and that the visionaries' ideas are getting executed.
Excellent. And so, all right. So when you think about your target audience, so let's go back to Miles Mentor.
Yeah.
When you think about your target audience for like people who could benefit the most from this, who are people who might be most interested in the Miles Mentor program?
So it's funny, we've tried to make this super accessible. What we are finding is anybody who has a travel bug and would like to travel more gets very excited about this.
Okay.
You know, I used to be a once a year traveler, big vacation once a year, plan way out, had to save, had to think about it a lot. I can go overseas 6 times a year now because look, I know I don't have to pay. It just makes everything a little bit more accessible. So if you have a travel bug and you have experienced some travel, so you have a certain level of experience that you're looking for, then you're probably going to be interested in it.
So it could be business travel, it could be personal travel, whatever travel it is, you're helping people, individuals, organizations to figure out better ways of traveling at low to no cost.
Yeah, you asked about our process, right? So we'll tell you, you got to have a travel goal. When you have a travel, whether it's a trip or a philosophy. Okay. When I met Roger, who's the Miles mentor himself, he asked me.
Is he the visionary?
He's the visionary. All right, he's my visionary. Yes, my crazy visionary with all the ideas. But he asked me what my travel goal was, and I said I want to fly first class for free forever. And he was like, "That's easy," and I was totally perked up.
That doesn't sound easy.
Really? So like that
I've been in the back of a lot of planes in my life. So that doesn't sound easy to me. So all right.
But we'll say, in our process, you have a travel goal, then we help you create a point accumulation strategy, whether that's in your business or in your personal life.
Okay.
You don't have to really change any of your spending in either of those places to have an accumulation strategy. Then we are booking tickets. We're searching, we're using the points efficiently. So a lot of people will just throw away 500,000 points on a flight, and we'll get you that same flight for 60,000.
Wow.
And then we take the trip, and then we debrief afterwards to give you what we call a trip score. A trip score will tell you the benefit you got out of your Miles Mentor information. So we have found that people on their first trip, once they've learned this information from us, are saving 5x on the membership that they paid for with us. We guarantee that. We guarantee, our EOS guarantee is that we will save you way more than you spend with us.
Awesome. That's incredible. So is it typically your typical client, are they signing up for a monthly membership, or is that the typical?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go the membership route, which is to become an expert, I want to learn this, right? We have hundreds of videos. We have a course that's about 30 videos, and then we have hundreds of 2-minute and 5-minute videos of questions that people have been asking us, and we walk you through that course. You can do it on your own time and take as long as you want or as little as you want. And so we would say a 6-month membership is a good amount of time to kind of have to take it in. And what we're finding is people who've done a 6-month membership and then planned a trip come back because they want to keep up to date. The information.
But I imagine there's always an evolution of new cards coming out and new programs and so how do people sort of stay up to date? So you've got that ongoing you're feeding people,
updating constantly.
Awesome. And so where do people go to find out more about this? If they wanted to find out more about Miles Mentor, about how to travel this way, how to where do they go? How do they contact you, or who do they contact to get started?
milesmentor.com. Super simple, straightforward. It shows you right away how you can access us. So you can decide, do you want to go the learning route, or do you want to like shortcut it a little bit? Just plan a trip. And soon, coming in the new year in 2024, we'll be helping you book your tickets. We'll take you all the way through to the end of the process.
Oh, wow. So people who are incredibly busy and don't have time to go and learn all this stuff on their own, if they have maybe an assistant, or they can go to milesmentor.com.
Yes.
They can start learning about the process. They could get in touch with a mentor and who can help them navigate if they want.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like you've got sort of a full range of offerings to help.
We do. And for a lot of people, when they look at this, they say, wow, this is a little bit more information. I just don't know if I can manage all of this. So we do have a program to train your assistant to do it for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is definitely something I'm going to be, I've learned about it this week, and I'm like, I am going to be checking this out and learning more about it. So
Well,
thank you for,
think about this. Where would you go next if you could go somewhere?
there's a lot of places. Well, so for example, my team has been growing in the Philippines. We've got almost 10 employees there now. And so I probably really should go and make a trip.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter was born there. My wife and I lived there for 10 years ago. And so my youngest daughter was born there. She wants to go back and see where she was born.
Nice.
So my wife and I and our daughter, maybe our son as well, would go probably to the Philippines. That would be a big trip. There's lots of little trips that come and go, but that would probably be a goal for early next year. We'll probably go and do that.
Now, what would you pay for your one ticket to go to the Philippines? Like in your mind, when you're budgeting, what are you saying?
It's a few $1,000s a ticket, probably.
Right. So we would say for $1,500, we can give you enough information so your whole family can go for free in first class. So not the $1,500 ticket, maybe the $9,000 ticket. So
I'm sold. I'm in. We used to live in Asia, so we've flown back and forth between it takes 24 hours to get from Chicago to the Philippines, from Chicago to Singapore. Yeah. I mean, I've done that trip a dozen times, probably more than that. And there's a big difference between sitting in the back of the plane and the front of the plane on those type of flights.
A bed or a cramped middle seat and coach. Indeed. I'm a bed girl.
So. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Anastasia, for coming on the podcast. It's Optics in Action, where we spotlight leaders with vision and clarity. And so appreciate you spending some time and sharing a little about Miles Mentor, about integrators, about implementers. You've shared some really great information with our audience. And it's been a pleasure getting to know you and getting to learn more.
Thank you so much for having me. And call me so I can get you on a free trip.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to give some update to our audience once we do that. So thanks again for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
That was fun.